All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So today we're going to be looking at a follow-up video on the Zerolemon case for the S23 Ultra. Now, to my surprise, this actually turned out to be very useful. I use these, but I regularly use it on my iPhone 13 Pro. I have Zerolemon cases everywhere, but this turned out to be a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So I did have a situation where at the beginning, I've had my S23 Ultra for a little bit. I'll be giving you another follow-up video on this soon, but this turned out to be very useful. Now, while I admit it's definitely going to add some bulk and quadruple the size or triple the size of your device, if you're in a tight squeeze, folks, and you really genuinely need the battery power, I could recommend this now. This has a lot of functionality too. It even has wireless charging. I did an initial video on it, and I ran through the first impressions and everything and kind of my review of it. But now that I've been having it for quite some time, I think my complaints or gripes have come to a minimum now. I think I only complained about this area being open right here. And I still think this should be covered with something. But other than that, man, you just can't beat this. This is actually really useful. And it'll give you, like some of you guys are going to ask, how many times can I charge my phone with this? I'm able to get like 1 3/4, almost two full charges out of this thing, to be honest. So that's coming from the battery being down to under 20%. So not fully dead. I don't think I've charged it when it was fully dead with this before, but it's been very low with this before, and I was able to get a full cycle out of it, and then run it through again, and I actually left it on the device, man. So the way you put it on here, it's a little groove down here. This is just a big plastic shell right here that basically covers the actual battery, and then it's a 3-piece. So this comes off right here like this, and you slide your device down in here. This product does get 5 stars from me, believe it or not. Some people try to laugh at the the size of this, but folks, I'm telling you, this is extremely useful. It'll save you in a lot of situations if your battery is dying. And you saw me just kind of run through it quickly and put it on. You still have access to your S Pen, the Type-C. Remember, this has wireless charging. All your cameras and quality and video, everything is going to come out exactly the same. So, a lot of people feel like this is too much, but this is actually very useful. And I do have a screen protector on here too, so you can lay it. And if you didn't have a screen protector, there's a little bit of lip, but I highly recommend that you put a screen protector on this thing. This has just turned out to be a useful tool in my arsenal of smartphone accessories. Yes, it is heavy. It makes the device very heavy. It's a big battery down here, and that is what it's for. So this thing definitely is going to save you in a lot of situations. Charging it to 100%, it takes maybe, I'm not going to say I honestly timed it too much, but I think in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe just go back and check on it, and you'll see that it's actually charged and ready to go. But yeah, I just had some concerns about the back possibly scratching the device, and it hasn't done that yet. But in the end, you make the choice on whether or not you want to purchase something like this. I think this is worth it though, especially if you don't want to carry a battery pack. This is essentially a snap-on battery pack. It's that good. So if you're in the market for some protection, and a super-sized battery on your S23 Ultra, this is definitely the way to go. I very seldom do follow-up videos on things like this, but I had to for this because it's actually really good. And I like how the buttons are right here as well. Jumbo-sized buttons now for your power, volume up and down. It works. It works. And you got the ZeroShock branding right there because this is somewhat of a drop protection case. You just have to use it carefully because with this being so big, you might run the risk of it dropping, but if you're holding it with 2 hands or, you've got big hands like me, you should be fine with this case, man. A person with bigger hands won't see this as an issue. Obviously, a person with smaller hands is going to say, this is really big. It's adding a lot to my phone. But I do like the fact that you can get to everything easy, especially, the S Pen is what this device is pretty much all about. So I think if this is something you were concerned about, or you were thinking about, you just didn't know the way to go on it, I can tell you firsthand now that this thing is absolutely worth the money. And it's just a better way to have a portable battery source for your device. So it's your man Jay, the Zerolemon ZeroShock case, man. Adding 10,000 of them to this thing, man. Before I get out of here, it's all printed inside here. That's the great part. This is all printed inside. Already instructions. If you lose the packaging or you throw away the packaging, oh, I forgot how to do this. Everything's inside. This is what I like about their products too. Everything is inside. And remember, this does have wireless charging, man. This is so crazy. So if you have a vehicle with wireless charging like I do, I don't got to take it out. I can just throw it in there and just keep it going. But instructions printed inside. They definitely deserve 5 stars for this. It would be nice, though, if they could find a way to make this half the size, like make it the full length of the case. But I know it's difficult because of the cameras set up over there, so they have to have it just in this bottom portion. But it's got to be a way for them to make these thinner and more of a size of an original, like, tough size case or something like that, sturdy case, because the iPhone one obviously is 5,000, but it's still fairly big too. And this is for the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's still fairly big. Their products are phenomenal. It's just a matter of, I would like to see them a lot thinner. And I know it's possible. It's just no one's put the time in yet to figure out how to compress those battery sizes down physically and get the most out of it. So it's your man Jay. I'll see you in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed a follow-up on the ZeroShock from Zerolemon. This thing is crazy nice. You'll be surprised if you check it out how useful it can catch you on the weekend when you need some extra juice. Take care.